What's up, everybody? This is the 2020 Ariens Ikon XD, and today we're going to talk about some of the quirks and features and things that I like about it. Take it for a mow, and I'll tell you what I think. So hang on. Alright, so first I want to say thanks to the Ariens company. They were generous enough to send this mower out for me to test. And although they sent me this mower in exchange for a review, the thoughts are my own. They did not tell me what to say or anything like that. So I'm going to tell you what I think about this mower, and that's it. Alright guys, so I'm not huge into all the nitty-gritty, the teeny tiny specs and stuff like that. If you want a more in-depth review of all the specs, all the features, all the stuff like that, I'll put a link up here or in the description that shows a video from a guy named Paul, and he did a very in-depth review about everything you could ever want to know about this mower. That's not me. Alright, so first off, like I said, this is the 2020 Ariens Ikon XD 42. So it's a 42-inch zero-turn lawnmower. It comes with the Kawasaki FR600V engine. It's a 18 horsepower engine. Plenty of power for most any homeowner. So this is Ariens' kind of middle of the road homeowner. They've got a cheaper version called the Edge, and then this Ikon XD. Now the Ikon XD, you can find them at Lowe's, or you can find them at any authorized Ariens dealer. I picked this up from a local Ariens dealer here in Salt Lake, the Jordan Garden Center. They did fantastic. If it was up to me, I would recommend go pick up from a dealer who knows what they're doing. I looked online and there's a ton of reviews where people are saying, hey, the Lowe's guy put it together wrong. So if it was my choice, if I was going to buy this, I would definitely pick it up from an authorized Ariens dealer. All right, so let's talk about the things that I really like about this mower. First thing, this deck right here. The deck is 11 gauge steel. It's a fabricated deck, not a stamped deck, so it feels super sturdy. I'm not worried about running into something and bending the deck or anything like that. It's reinforced down here on the bottom. I don't know the specs on that, but it's a sturdy, hardy deck. It's got 3 separate blades, which I think is kind of awesome. So typically, if you're buying like a lawn tractor, for example, you're gonna get a similar size deck. So like my John Deere D110 mower that I have in the garage, it's a 42-inch deck, same as this, but the difference is it's only a dual blade design. I feel like this 3-blade design on here gives me a much better quality. Now, while we're talking about the quality of this mower, everything on this mower, from the frame to the casters, everything feels super strong, super sturdy. It doesn't feel super cheap. This is not your low-end, entry-level zero-turn lawnmower. Another thing that I really like is these wheels here. The wheels and tires on this mower are 20-inch by 8-inch. So they're a bigger wheel and they're a wider wheel, so they give you a more stable feel when you're on this lawnmower. I think that's definitely a plus. So I'm a big fan of this control panel here. The nice thing about this is that everything that you need to operate this mower is literally right here. Your height of cut adjustment, you press the pedal here, and then you turn this, and you can go from 4.5 inches all the way down to 1.5 inches. So a really wide range of cutting options, and they're in 1/4 inch increments. Pretty cool. Your PTO or your blade engagements right here. Your on-off switch is there. Your choke is here. Your throttle's here. Everything is easily accessible. Another added feature of the Ikon XD is your hour meter. It comes standard from the factory. It's built in. You don't have to get an aftermarket one, and that's something that I really like. Hey, another thing I'm a really big fan of. It's made in the USA. Hey, one last thing while we're here. This deck, it has 4 points of contact for lifting it. So it feels incredibly solid. It doesn't move around a lot. It won't tilt one way or the other. I'm a big fan of that. Alright guys, so here's the cut quality on the lowest setting at 1.5 inches. As you can see, they did a pretty dang good job. And this was going over this grass about as fast as I could mow. I'd say it was probably close to 3 inches. So I was mowing, it had been about a week since I'd mowed this grass. So I was mowing it the way that I would normally mow. I'm gonna go take it out to the pasture now, and we'll mow it 3 inches and see what it does there. All right guys, we're out here at the pasture. The grass is it's like 6 to 8 inches long in a lot of places. It's really overgrown. Not super overgrown, but it needs to be mowed bad. So we're gonna take it over here. We're not gonna talk about this spot and see what it does. So here's an idea of how long this grass is. It's pretty long, but as you can see, it's doing a pretty good job. Leaving a little bit here and there, but not doing too terrible. Alright guys, so we're done with the pasture. So let's talk about this mower. So I've had this mower now for about a month. Been mowing with it for a while. I think I've got about 7 hours on it. And I can tell you that I am a big fan of the Ariens Ikon XD. It does, for my needs, a fantastic job. This was overgrown. This section was probably 12, 14 inches or longer in some places. And that tri-blade design just chewed through it. Now I did leave some stragglers, but some of this is weeds. A lot of it's that really thick, stocky weeds. And you know, you don't expect for it to go through it on the first pass, especially when you're going full blow all the way down like I was doing. So now, who do I think this mower is for? I think that this is a fantastic residential mower. They offer it in the 42, a 52, and also a 60, I believe. So for any residential lawn, if you're just mowing your lawn, I think this is a great option. Now, if you're trying to use this in a commercial setting, I think if you're going to use this for mowing accounts day in and day out, I think if you're not doing a huge amount of properties, it'll probably work. Now, the guys down at the garden center that I picked this up from, they said that the hydros on this unit are not serviceable. So it's not going to take the abuse of a commercial mower. Now, you're talking about a $3,000 mower versus a $10,000 commercial unit, and so of course this isn't going to be as robust and not going to stand up as great to commercial use. But I think in any residential setting with this the 42 inch, a 52 inch, or a 60 inch, depending upon your needs, from my experience with this Ariens model, I think it's a great lawnmower. So at $3,000, I think it falls right in the mid-range when it comes to residential zero turns. And I think that for $3,000, it's a good buy. I haven't used a ton of different zero turn mowers, but my experience with this and with the ones that I've used in the past, this is a very good unit for what it costs. That's all I got for today, guys. Make sure you leave me a thumbs up and a comment. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.